Record here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Galactic Reiki Distance Healing Wellness Wednesday. I'm Guru Dan, your host. Today is May 31st, 2017. And today we're going to do the Golden Trinary meditation with a twist. Some energies wanting to come through, some weird energies going around. Some stabilization things to focus on today. So with that, we have quite a few on the healing requests. I wonder if I could put this somewhere easier for me to read. You know what? No, I'll just read it later. When I get to the names, I'll address that. Or will I? Or can I set that right there? Yeah, I can. As long as I try not to hit it later. All righty. So, let's get in our comfortable positions, please. If you're a physical being, get in your comfortable position. If you're a non-physical being, I guess, aren't you always comfortable? But the non-physicality that can hear me has physical aspects. So if they can get their physical aspects comfy. Yeah, like that. While you're getting comfortable, I understand there might be some confusion of who I'm addressing because I'm addressing those that are present. I'm addressing those that are present but not here, and then I'm addressing those that will be watching the video later who are also present but not here yet, which is a strange time loop idea. So it's interesting of whom I'm referring to, but I'm usually referring to one of those three, if that helps. So the physical of us here that are present to get comfortable, and the non-physical aspects all getting comfortable. And then those that are watching later on the recording, get as comfortable as you can. These recordings work better if you are participating. A note about the energies. All right. The simple note about the energies is if you don't believe in these energies, they're not going to work for you. That being said, those that have found a way to find the importance of these energies, they have great results. Here again, it's your free will. You can decide to like it or not. I would recommend that you like it. Simply like it. Yes, okay, and then you get my attention, and then what? How about just give me the message then? Yeah, I know we have much work to do. I guess we're going to be very busy today. Collectively and individually, since we are in the portion of creation where we can experience both at the same time. Collectively and individually, or individually together. Interesting. Everybody, take some really good deep breaths. Every non-bodies, please do your version of a deep breath. And just breathe deeply until you feel your energies kind of acclimate, kind of align a little. If you're that sensitive to feel it kind of, you know, sometimes I'll snap into a position. You may not snap. You may be very relaxed into a position, or an awareness, or a brighter awareness where there's more clarity available to you suddenly. Sometimes that's a thing. Sometimes if you feel, so in the middle of this process, if you feel strange, you can take a deep breath and allow the energies to flow through without holding on to any of it. Just let it pass. So you're kind of the conduit, you're kind of the waterfall. You just, whatever you become aware of, whatever wells up in you, you just allow it to flow through. If we could just take a moment on top of that moment to find a mental image of an animal or a place that brings a smile to your face. To get into the heart space, to get into the space of well-being, right? Go into that doorway. Yeah, those things. Critters are really good for bringing a smile to your face. But there are some really, really beautiful places on our planet that could also bring a smile, you know. Sunset on the ocean, or lightning above the clouds. Pretty impressive. Good to have dynamics. Being reminded to remind you of your light bodies, your chakra system. If we could just give those a moment of attention around your pelvic area, envision the most beautiful red that you can imagine. The most beautiful, beautiful red around your pelvic area where the root chakra is located. And then the next one, the most beautiful orange that you can imagine. It could be a deep or it could be a bright orange. And then the next level, solar plexus, yellow, the most beautiful yellow. Can you recall the most beautiful yellow you've ever seen? Just right there across your solar plexus, belly kind of area. Tummy, for those that have tummies. If you don't have tummies and you're a non-physical being, your solar plexus area. And then up to the heart chakra. It could be two colors. It could be the most beautiful green you can envision, or most beautiful pink, or both. Might be really, really beautiful green for a moment, and really, really beautiful pink for a moment. Did you just sense everything just line up from the heart chakra down? Did you feel that line up? Huh? For the throat chakra, envision the most beautiful blue. It could be a light blue. It could be a very dark, rich blue. Whatever blue you're resonating with, blue. Then come to the mind's eye area, the nice indigo, kind of bluish, kind of purpley, indigo. And then your crown chakra, it can be a white gold, it can be silver, it could be a white iridescence. And then taking a nice deep breath and imagine all these line up. You might sometimes sense them spinning, and they kind of alternate their spinnings. That's okay. But if it's distracting, if the spinning sensation is distracting, just ask it to kind of not be so distracting. Hmm. Well, now there's two of you talking. All right. First one first. As we are all aligned, taking a deep breath and imagine a golden light coming into your heart chakra, right into the chest, that spreads throughout your body and even the outside of your body, a short distance, like a cocoon. And just breathe this golden energy a bit. Become one with it. Can you sense the steadiness of it? The well-being of it? And this gold, it may have a tint or a hue. And if it has a tint or a hue, that's okay. It may be any shade of gold, as long as it's gold. If it is a shade of gold, that's the shade that it needs to be for you. Please allow that. And then as that energy acclimates, there's another golden energy that wants to come up through your feet, or what would be the bottom of your light body, coming up from Gaia, coming through Earth, like a golden vortex seal. Remember them rainbow lollipops? They're just like a vortex, kind of like that, only gold. Just coming up from somewhere towards the center of the Earth and up through your light body. So you're this golden kind of fuzzy nugget with a golden vortex going through and up to infinity. Are you a cosmic cattail? Ooh, I don't know who said that, but that's hilarious. Yeah, you're a cosmic cattail. Oh, that's cute though, but that's a good imaginary tool. Oh, that's funny. Wow. Oh, was that Gaia being funny? Cosmic cattails. All right. Thank you, Gaia. You're a hoot. That's so funny. Trying to be serious here. I can't be serious with cosmic cattails. Are you sensing a different kind of alignment going on? If it becomes slightly dissonant, just take a deep breath and let it acclimate a moment. because we kind of have this energy going on that's kind of firm. We got the up and down, we got the side to side, but what we want is to let that flow more through our torus, where as the torus flows, this is able to calm down. So if you're a little bit too rigid, be a little bit more infinite. Let it flow through your torus. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So now you're becoming aware of your electromagnetic field through your heart chakra, and let that balance this rigidity, so the rigidity isn't there, so that you can feel fluid. And just breathe in the flow and allow the flow. Very good. Imagine a tendril of golden light coming from your heart chakra to a comfortable distance in front of you, that then turns into a wall or a board. Just use your imagination to create this wall. And it's not a wall that goes very far left or right or up or down. It's just kind of enough where you can envision this kind of a flatter space. And we're going to put some images on it. These images are of the things that we would like to heal or be healed. So once you kind of get your wall, and the size can change and it can vary, and if you need a little bit more room, just let it have a little bit more room. But it comes from your heart and then gets created. For me, I always start in the upper left-hand corner because that's where I learned to read, and so I'm more comfortable kind of going left to right. Some people go right to left. So our first image, if you have come here for healing for yourself, please envision yourself in a healthy and happy state. If you can find an image of yourself from childhood, find a memory. If you need to go to childhood, some people need to go to infancy. Some people say they were born ill. If you're one of those people, just envision what you would look like in your mind if you were not ill. A healthy, happy you. And take a mental image of that and take like a snapshot of that. Freeze frame that image. Freeze frame that idea. And take that image and place it on your wall. Just set it there. You can admire it for a moment. Just, this is what health looks like to me. This is what my health looks like. This is what my happiness looks like. Put those ideas there and that image with love. We set that image on the wall. Then we'll go to the next image. For those that have come for healing for someone else, a loved one, a partner, family, find a mental image of them that is healthy and happy. And place that image on the wall. There might be several persons there. You might be putting several images up. And place them on the wall with love. Say, here is my best wish for you. Put that on the wall. This is what you look like, healthy and happy to me. That's what that looks like. Place them on your wall. There are persons that we might be aware of that we may or may not know, or may not know very well, but whom we feel that we'd like to offer some healing to. Now I'm being reminded of the ball again. You can place your hand in front of you around the level of your heart chakra and imagine your hand fills up with a soft kind of golden light ball or an orb, a golden orb, but a circular one, a ball, a round ball, golden ball of light. And let's say this golden ball of light has some kind of cosmic hinge, and you can open this ball and put the idea of these persons inside the ball. So you might be aware of persons who are in some kind of struggle or in some kind of strife or in some kind of what we might consider a poor situation, an unhealthy situation, maybe even a war-torn situation. They might be refugees. They might be, who knows what. They might be civilians caught in a drought. They might be any kind of calamity, but put these persons in your golden ball of love right there. And then once you feel satisfied that you can't think of any more to put in there, then close the ball, let it become a sphere again, and then place the sphere on your golden wall right next to all your other images. Plop your sphere right in there. And I'm going to take a moment to address the persons on the healing requests. And this is going to take me a moment. So if you want to focus on your families and things and loved ones and strangers that you don't know and put all your gold balls and things on the wall, please go ahead and do that while I address these folks. Okay. Let's take a moment now to think about domestic animals. Sometimes we have animals or pets. If you don't have your own pet, but you're aware of somebody else's pet who might be in trouble or having a situation, please envision the pet or pets in a healthy and happy state and place that image on the golden wall. Doesn't matter what the domestic pet is. It could be a snail, it could be rats, it could be snakes, birds, fish, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, hamsters, gerbils, mice, any kind of pet that a person has. What, a wallaby? Sure. Why not? Now, there might be animals that we know of that are in some kind of strife or trouble or a situation. Not that that trouble, strife, or situation is real, but it might be real to them. Or we might be aware of animals that might be in, I don't know, trying to recover from like a forest fire or something, or a drought or something, or a climate where it's an uncomfortable climate. So we can wish comfort for these animals. So if you can envision these animals comfortable, well kept, well fed, well hydrated, envision them in a healthy, happy state and place that image on the wall. This also works for fish. Say there might be marine life in a temporarily polluted area that could use a little extra help. This marine life, just envision the marine life in a clear, happy state, healthy, happy state, and place that idea of health on the wall. And now I'd like to address the more mental portions of things, the more emotional portions of things. We ourselves or loved ones or friends who are experiencing tough times or tough situations or a harsher reality, or we're having an argument maybe, or disagreement, or some kind of what we might consider misalignment with these persons. There might even be painful situations like lost love or portions of grief, even leftover portions of grief. Say somebody has passed, but you still kind of miss them. You wish you could talk to them, those kinds of things. If these ideas were healed, if every situation were solved, so to speak, if the situations were sorted out, if there were peace, envision peace for all of these things, and then place this vision of what peace would be on your wall, that the grief be subsided, that that person find happiness, that happiness on the wall. Sometimes we're having a problem with an interpersonal relationship, that these things be solved, what it would feel like, what that would look like, this happiness and peace, place that on the wall. And then we're going to go to the next step above that, geopolitical ideas, where we believe there might be strife or turmoil or turbulence or things going on that we either don't understand, or there's things going on that we don't like. Things that we might be aware of that either impact us or don't impact us or are about to impact us. If these things were all solved and sorted and healed, what that would look like. What if these problems that we perceive weren't problems? If these were all solved, if that was peaceful, please place that point of peace on the wall. Even if you believe it's an impossibility, but you can envision what possibility would look like or feel like. What if this were solved? Let's put that image on the wall. Oh, but this country's arguing with that country. Well, what if they weren't arguing? What if that was peaceful? What would that peace look like? Put that peace on the wall. See, everything that goes on the walls, the more we put on there, the more amplified it becomes. And then we have all these people in the group right here, and all this stuff is becoming amplified. And then it becomes amplified through the collective here. And then we have our non-physical counterparts doing the same thing. And it's really making this huge, almost coil of amplification. Look at the healing's been amplified 1,000-fold already. And here in a little bit, once we get kind of done with the wall and go to the next, when we get towards the end of the meditation where we release all these things, it's just amazing how amplified it is. So it's not just the mental process of putting things on the wall. We're putting peace on the wall. We're putting unconditional love on the wall. We're putting the best healing that we can muster on the wall. We're putting the best of us that we have to offer on the wall. That's what we're doing. So what does the perfect world look like? It looks like this wall. Oh, but it's just imaginary. Yeah, right. Sure. A little bit more to it than that. That was a reference to the people who are watching the video later that think this might all be crazy, but there is a point to all of it. And that's a good point, or y'all wouldn't be here. But I am kind of being told that that's enough for the wall for right now, to let the wall ride. So imagine that the golden wall and the golden light that was kind of being emitted by the wall, the thing that kind of made it a wall, amplifies and just kind of covers all of our images on there, kind of like a huge wall cocoon, and all of our images are lovingly tucked inside all of the golden energy there. And we're just going to let that energy ride. Now imagine out the back of the center of the wall. Kind of find your wall, find the back side of it, find the center of the back side of it, and imagine a golden tendril light going a comfortable distance out from the wall. If you're observing from above, you see you surrounded in golden light with a tendril, with a wall surrounded in golden light with a tendril. And then at the end of this tendril, we're going to place the vision of Earth from space. So if you can imagine our planet at the end of that tendril. So the golden tendril comes out, and then there's our planet Earth. The planet Earth is kind of suspended in that golden tendril energy, and it just floats there. You may or may not have a moon with your planet. You can have a moon in this vision if you like. If your planet has a moon, because the moon is an aspect of Earth, it can be there. Or if yours is just the planet Earth by itself, that's fine too. And as you look and as you take notice of your vision of Earth as it would look from space, and you're looking at this planet, I'd like for you to notice that there's nothing wrong here. That even though there might be areas where we've been told there is strife, or we might be aware of areas that are experiencing a trouble, from this perspective, when you look at the planet and you realize the planet, Gaia has this all well under control. There's balance to all of it, and there is nothing wrong here. Nothing is broken per se. Nothing really needs fixed in this idea of a healed Earth. So if you envision the healed Earth, where there's no drought and there's no anything, and there's plenty of abundance for every being inside, on top of, above the Earth, all the inhabitants here, the smallest of microbes to the largest of beings, all in balance. Like for you to begin from your heart center, send a pulse of golden energy through the tendril to the wall, through the wall to the planet, that permeates the planet, just covers it with a golden aura. Now, your golden aura might look like a torus, or it may be just an auric golden sphere, the blue sphere within the golden aura. And just hold that image. And as you hold the image, and as you're thinking about the planet, please remember, think of it in a healed state, a happy state, a balanced state. We're not trying to fix anything per se. We're just going to uplift, literally, uplift the entire planet. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the vibration, or offer the planet a higher vibration than it is now. So we might be aware of a planet in turmoil or strife, but we're going to envision a planet that's not in strife or turmoil. And then we're going to amplify it. So let your golden aura shine all around. And this time, imagine a golden vortex, a spiral coming from above, directly above your circular image, a golden vortex coming from above through the planet, completely through and down to infinity. Take some deep breaths, if you like, and let the energy flow. Mentally find the tendril between your planet and your wall and lovingly snip the golden cord. And allow the planet in this golden amplified vision of healing and allow it to drift away into source, back to source, in source, and let it go. Let it go without attachment. Let it go with unconditional love. And let it go to source to be amplified even more. And let it drift and let it drift until it's nearly out of sight. And let it go. Nothing but the best. And now mentally come to the tendril between your heart chakra and your wall and lovingly snip the golden tendril and allow the wall to drift away. Lovingly drift away in its golden amplified energy. Allow it to drift into source, to source, from source. Let it go, be amplified even more, and let it drift away until it's almost out of sight, and let it go. Take a deep breath and come to the vision of you in your golden energy, your golden cocoon of sorts. And just for a moment, realize that you gave the planet your best and you let it go. And you gave all your thoughts and your loved ones and all of your concerns. You gave it your best and you let it go. And now you can rest on your spiritual laurels knowing that you just gave your best. And you'll be recognized for that. And allow yourself, please, that recognition from source that says, hi, yeah. You exist and you exist very well. And for right now, for the time being, there's nothing that needs fixed. There's nothing that needs done. And everything is right. And allow this idea to remain with you the rest of the day, or for as long as you can. It might even linger into the next day, or maybe even the next day. Let it linger for as long as it can. But remember, you're okay. You're okay in existence. You're okay of source and in source. You're okay. There's no debts here to worry about. There's no anything to work through. We're here. We are perfect. And we are fine. And that's okay. And we can hold on to this for as long as we can hold on to it until our reality, whatever we've agreed, stirs up and changes it or doesn't change it. Maybe it doesn't change a thing. Maybe we just stay all right from here on out. This might be the first day of the rest of our lives. And it's okay. We have a really good relationship with well-being. We have a really good relationship with source energy, and we're all okay with that. We can find fulfillment in that, and we can take peace and comfort in that. And sometimes that's something that's not offered very often, but we have it today. And we have it right here, and we have it right now. The best of wishes for ourselves right now. That's pretty good stuff. Take some deep breaths and begin bringing your awareness into your physical body, if you're physical. And if you're non-physical, bring your awareness back to your normal non-physicality. We're not going to disconnect from the golden energy. We're just going to let it ride. We're going to let the peace ride. We're going to let the well-being ride. We're going to let the comfort ride for as long as it's able. You might become aware of your feet or your toes, your legs, your torso, your chest, your shoulders, your head. You might suddenly become aware of the reality around you, your room, the space around you, your home, the grounds around your home. There's peace here right now, all around. We'll just let this ride. I'm going to begin to disconnect now. Just checking if there's anything I've forgotten that needs done. Nothing is shouting at me with particular fervor at the moment. All right. Wow. Thank you for letting me do that. With you all. Ooh. Nice. Oh, yes. Thank you for that reminder. Please drink some extra water for the next couple of days. Because when you do a lot of non-physical work, there are benefits that go on that not everybody's always aware of. Benefits happen. So when we do non-physical work and it begins to translate into our physicality, sometimes there's old physical stuff that needs to be worked out. And the best way to flush it out is with some water. So if you're well hydrated, these no longer necessary things that have been replaced with better things have a way to move along. That way they don't get stuck in pockets and things and linger or do anything else, and it's pretty good. So please drink some extra water for the next couple of days or until you feel you don't need to. Thank you for that reminder. I usually forget. I'm just checking in with all the planets that everybody released. Interesting. Good stuff there. So let me say thank you for everybody here that everybody's going to watch. And if you'd like to support Galactic Reiki Distance Healing, you can find the PayPal link in the YouTube videos or just ask me. The Patreon page hasn't come all the way together yet, partially because I got lazy and partially because I need a little bit of help with it, and I haven't found anybody to do that with me yet. I don't quite have a webmaster person on board full-time yet, so just trying to piece things together has been going a little bit slower. But if you'd like to support, you can support through PayPal, and the PayPal address is on all the YouTube videos. It'll be made available in this video, and I'll give the link to everybody when I post. So until next week, this is Ben Guru Dan, and this has been Wellness Wednesday, and I will see you all next week.